Okay, in this video, I'm going to be showing you a option. I'll stress option. I had several people say for the agenda, they wanted to know if there was a template that they could use if they chose to do it in Google Slides. I'm going to give a shout out to Chelsea Kelly and Jamie Ledbetter because they actually created this. But I wanted to show you not just the template, but how it works inside of Canvas. So right now I'm inside of the template shell that I have that is created for all of your courses. When someone taps on agenda, you're going to notice that there is a Google Slide agenda embedded. Now, I'm going to stress this over and over. It's one of the options. Nadine is not telling you today you have to use Google Slides. But what I did find out from as I've been doing Open Lab this summer, several teachers were like, well, do you have a template? And I said, well, we had some teachers that made one, but we didn't want people to think that they have to use it. And they were like, oh, will you share it with me? So I'm going to go ahead and send out an email and share out this template in case anybody wants to use it. But again, it is not a requirement to use this. Your options for the requirements are listed below. So on this agenda, I'm going to actually pull up the sample here. And on this, you've actually got an area to type in like the name of the cycle or unit. The week, you're going to type in the week of here. Now, for the part where it has like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, remember to keep it short and sweet. The agenda's purpose is so that they can see at a glance what is the content that you're going to be covering that week, assignments and assessments. Now, the sample that you're going to see here is when I actually met with some of the 8th grade science teachers, and we were walking through what this could look like. So I'm just using them as an example. So I asked them for the first cycle. I said, what would you do on the first day of school? They said they would probably go over class resources and expectations. Well, on the weekly agenda, this could actually even link to that section of your Canvas course. Also, you don't even have to have links here. They chose to add links directly to content, and they were like, oh great, do I have to add the links? I'm like, no, you don't have to add the links. This is just an option if you want to do it. So I'll toggle back and forth between here and what it looks like in Canvas because it is embedded. So basically the teacher can have this up and they can say, okay, today we're going to cover class resources. They could be talking about it here, or they could go to the home page and come out to class resources and talk about it. I'll go back to our agenda here. When it comes to Tuesday, now they're actually getting into lessons. And if you're interested in using a template that I created for them, it's a better way if you want to package your lessons in Canvas using Google Slides instead of having tons of pages to maintain. Again, just options here. So they told the students, hey, you're going to be doing Earth's outer layers. So they've actually linked it here. But notice down here in yellow, it says students will access content in Canvas modules as well. So these teachers decided to give the students 2 routes to get to the same content. In the weekly agenda, it's going to take them where they need to go, or the student can go and tap on modules, and when they tap on, they would have the name of the unit. But when they're saying, okay, we're going to be doing Earth spheres today, it's going to take them directly to the content that they need. Okay? So I wanted to show how they decided to link it on the agenda, but again, you don't have to. You can just verbally say like, hey, we're going to be doing Earth's outer layers, and we want to train the students to go to modules and then get to the lesson or the item that they need. Assignment. If you have an assignment that's going to go with that day, you're going to type it there, like the name of the assignment, or like you may want to put it underneath that heading that says assignment. You can also link directly to the Canvas assignment if you so choose. Do you have to? No. I want to remind you again, what you have to have in this agenda is just an overview of what's being covered in the week, Assignments. So if you have assignments, you're just putting a little blurb. Now, where it says assessments coming up, I'll continue to talk about how these teachers, how they lay out that first cycle. So we notice the first week they have all of these lessons. The second week it continues into their lessons. And again, I'm just using theirs as a sample. The third week is where you actually see the first assessment. Notice that there's not a link to the assessment, but now if I'm a parent or a student and I'm like, wait, do we have a test this week? No, I don't have one this week. But they could actually advance forward and see exactly where that assessment is going to go. And so this is going to be giving them the overview that they need. All right. Again, I'm not saying that you have to use this. I'm just showing you this as an option because I've had more and more teachers ask me about this and if I will share the template. One thing I want you to notice that Jamie and Chelsea did when they did create it, let me get back over here. They changed the size of the slide because one of the things that they were hearing, if you have the traditional slide size for the agenda, then it's hard for students to see all of the content that you want them to see for that week. So they restructured and they formatted the slide size so that it's easy and you can see everything for that entire week on one slide. The third thing that they did when they embedded it into Canvas, I've demonstrated this in another video, but I'll go over it again. They went to File, Publish to the Web, and Embed, and you can choose different sizes. I just went with medium. I'm going to copy that embed code, and then when I go out to my agenda, when I go out to my Canvas course, sorry, when I go out here, I'll actually just delete this one off. So now I see this blinking line, and I'm going to tap on that cloud because that's where I can paste in the embed code. And when I hit submit, now it appears. When I'm done with it, I can hit save. And now it will be listed for the kids. Now, I had selected medium size, so that's why you see that size. Before, I had large, and so it came out even bigger. So I just wanted you to note that you can go back into here and change the code. And now that it's changed it, if I'm like, you know what, I want that large instead of small, I can come back here to edit mode and take out what I had there. And I can now paste the larger embed code and hit save. So now this one might be a little bit easier for students to see. Okay? Again, this is purely informational. I want to make sure that people know that there are templates and resources out there if you are interested in using it. I know I've had people asking me, how do all the connecting dots go together between the weekly agenda and the modules and so on? Agenda is where you have dates. In the modules, the pages that you have listed there, we should not see dates listed for anything under modules because the agenda is telling you when you're doing it. The modules is the link to basically your digital content or your digital textbook. And again, if people are going to ask me again that they don't understand that piece, I'll remind you that if you hand a physical textbook to a kid, it does not tell you inside of that textbook the specific day that you're going to teach that content. The kid has to go to your agenda, and your agenda is going to tell you the specific date of when you're going to be doing that. All right, feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions. Also, you're welcome to join us over the summer at the CTEC Computer Lab, where I'm working individually with teachers on this stuff too. All right, thanks.